are a couple of things that could be improved, but this is related to the jurisdiction. We are very interested on seeing what is going to come to the UAE, and then perhaps we can give some opinions. Right now, we don't have anything clear yet. We just know that it's work in progress. We are really looking forward to the final version.
Luca?
I'm not a regulatory member, you know, I'm not an official.
But you're
so
from other side.
Yes, I'm on the other side, so I'm for regulators, and I would love to have a balanced approach, actually a flexible framework. It's, in my opinion, what will work most. Some rules need to be set, of course, otherwise there are too many scammers, too much confusion, but there are also lots of people that are unbanked and not privileged, so we need to, I think, have a flexible approach, make the first steps to get a round table with the community, and see what comes after each step, and be ready to eventually change the regulatory framework as many times as it is required for a sustainable environment that has all the parties, like the generic users, the private industry, and the governments in a useful and peaceful, you know, direction. And all the framework, all the rules that have to be set, have to look at the future. The future is coming very fast, so this is why flexibility, because things can change very, very fast, and we need to be able to adapt. And I think the Gulf region is like world record in fast reactive government and actions, so it's maybe one of the best places to create a framework that will inspire other places, other countries in the world. This is my humble
Thank you
belief.
very much. Thank you. Ryan?
I guess in terms of regulations, it's a very hard topic because you have hard regulations and soft regulations. And for crypto adoption into like Gulf regions, are all soft regulations to make sure that people understand, can actually use crypto. And then it moves in terms of the utility and the point of sale, because ultimately you want to use your product, whatever crypto you want. So with the evolution of soft regulations, you try to inbuild, you could say, the payment systems first, and then you try to form like a set of rules to make sure that you're kind of like the users are kind of secured and self-protected rather than have no rules at all. Because let's say, for example, just basic KYC is a form of a regulation point of view to make sure that funds are transferred properly, there's no malicious activities happening. Yeah, so even though crypto is supposed to be decentralized, unregulated, you have to have some form of, say, safety net. Because if not, you won't trust the system, and why would you trust the system if you don't feel safe? So that's kind of soft form of regulations. And as an exchange, and yes, sometimes they do say that we close one eye when it comes to all these regulatory requirements. But the thing is, we also need to protect ourselves and the users, because we don't want to have bad marketing, bad image, just in case someone doesn't actually perform certain sets of rules, and then we get burned, and it creates a bad limelight on crypto as a whole, and then that creates, you could say, a cascading effect. So that is, I would say, my opinion of soft regulations. But in terms of hard regulations, like regulatory board or monetary regulations, that's a whole different topic, because the regulators have to build and get educated on what crypto is about, because crypto is so fast-paced and evolves so massively that sometimes catching up to new technologies and infrastructure, it is not, it's not easy. But I think that's kind of like the gap that we actually have between.
Thank you very much. Anthony?
Yeah, I think the Gulf region and Dubai specifically is doing a really great job in terms of paving the way as a pioneer in terms of, you know, some of this regulation. Speaking from a U.S. perspective, I think that's something that we really struggle with in terms of, you know, having a bunch of different regulatory bodies that can't really come to a conclusion on how to, you know, regulate coins, if they're securities or not, and that's really hindering institutional adoption coming to the space. There's obviously a lot of money parked on the sidelines waiting for this to kind of fall into place before they go all in. And we really look to kind of governing bodies like Dubai to kind of, you know, pave that way for, you know, the Western world that is quite frankly a little bit slow when it comes to this topic.